Question 1. Which historical event indirectly leads to British interest in co-opting the Manki-Munda system? Battle of Plassey and acquisition of Diwani right. The Battle of Plassey 1757 and the subsequent Treaty of Allahabad 1765, which granted Diwani rights the right to collect revenue to the British East India, brought the Chota Nagpur region under British administrative scrutiny. As the British sought to extract revenue from tribal heartlands of Jharkhand, they encountered the indigenous Mandi Mulkas in the traditional three-tier democracy governance structure, where the Munda village had Manki head of classic village managed land and law, recognizing that direct control over these first seven was difficult. The British indirectly co-opted this existing system through Wilkinson Rule at 1837 to ensure stable revenue collection and maintain local order. Salt March protest led by Mahatma Gandhi 1900 and British salt monopoly occurring over a century after the British began integrating tribal system around settlement of Satrasilans. While this established a land revenue system, it primarily created the Zamindari system in Bihar and Bengal. Its failures to address tribal land in Jharkhand actually led to rebellions than the initial cooperation of the Mandi Mulka system. Charter Act of trusted this action of the East Indian Company charter and ended its trade monopoly in India, but did not specifically trigger the administrative shift towards tribal governance system like the Mandi Mulka. Change of after winning the Battle of Plassey, Sasana enters the Battle of Satrashur security converts in Satrashur. This gave them legal authority over finances of Bengal, Bihar, and Odisha, which included the tribal regions of modern Jharkhand. The contrary, once the British demanded revenue from the area, they encouraged the Ho and Coal tribes who had a tradition of self-governance with no history of paying external tax. Failure of the Zamindar system. The British initially tried to apply the permanent settlement Act 1793 through external Zamindars. The Zamindars attempted to seize tribal lands to meet their higher revenue demands, which directly triggered the Ho revolt at 1821 and All insurrection at 1832. The Wilkinson Rule at 1837, the turning point. Strategic compromise. Realizing they could not subdue the tribes purely through military force, the British, led by Captain Thomas Wilson, decided to co-opt for the existing leadership. Legalizing Wilkinson modified the system into 31 rule Wilkinson rule, which firmly recognized the Munda village head and Manki cluster as official British agents for collecting revenue and maintaining order. This turned up a social customer role in hereditary administrative posts. Question 2. Match Manji Jog Manji Godait. Consider the following of episode with the Pargana Manji Mahara as respective roles. A2, B3, C1, D4. Manji, secular headman of the village. B3, Jogamanji, guard of social character and morals. Jogamanji, religious head of the village. Manji, this officially served as a secular head of the village. He had the primary responsibility of overseeing the administrative and community activities of the village. Jogamanji Swachar acted as the guard of social character and morals. His role was significant in maintaining the ethics and morals of the community. Religious head of the village. Godai, the actor, is a messenger or secretary to the Manji. His role included assisting Manji in communication. Pargana system in India. The Pargana system was administrative structure followed in various regions of India. It constituted a group village organized for administrative and government purposes. The system allocated roles and specific offices to maintain order and to smooth function. Each officer had a distinct role in the governance and community management. Roles of official in the Pargana system. Manji, the secular head of the village, responsible for the administrative tasks and ensuring the welfare of the community. Jogmanji, guards of moral and social character, ensuring ethical standards within the village. Naiki, religious side, who guided spiritual and cultural activities and maintain harmony through rituals. Godai, the associate to Manji, functioning as a messenger and secretary to the administrative operations. Naiki, religious head, who guided spiritual and cultural activity and maintain harmony through rituals. Godai, the assistant to Manji, functioning as a messenger secretary to administrative operations. Since the system, the pregnancy system is crucial for maintaining grassroots governance and ensuring representation of communities in the administrative process. It fosters social cohesion and ensures the administrative and religious duties was carried out efficiently. The Parana system dates back to medieval India and so early as adopted during the reigns of various rules to ensure decentralization. The system highlights the importance of grassroots leadership in the total government structure. While the Parana system is not explicitly followed today, its principle of community represents and role-based governance are replicated in local and national bodies like panchayat and institutions. Understanding historical system like Parana is crucial for illustrating the evolution of governance in India. As the following related to Munda administration system: Munda Manki Kotkati Patan Pahan Munda village had a two Manki head of Guru villages, Kotkati collective and land ownership, Pahan religious priest. The Munda administration system is an ancient decentralized self-governed structure of the whole tribe in Jharkhand Kolan region featuring hereditary village. Headman Mundas and regional chief Mansi for group at responsible handling social disputes, communal resource and cultural preservation, codify the village by distinct from formal state law. Munda village head. In this system, the Munda, also known as Hatu Munda, is the hereditary head of single village. He is responsible for maintaining law and local disputes and collecting land revenue. Manki, head of group village, is Amanki, the head of the party. PID, which is a cultural group consisting of 8 to 22 village act is the affiliate authority for cases that cannot be resolved by the village level. Munda, Kanpati is collective and land ownership. The agricultural system refers to the original settler who cleared the forest to make the land cultivable. Under this system, the land belongs to collectively to the entire clan rather than individual. Paran religion specialist. The Paran is the village intellectual and religious head who is responsible for performing all rituals at the time to appease, distant, and ensure the village well-being. British fortification Captain Thomas Wilson for analyzed system with Wilkins of land harvestation integrating with the land policy leading to the whole revolt that are is bias. Modern law recognized session law by courts Patna High Court 2000, but distinct from legal system with many posts open vacant. Balancing Act continues to coexist with modern domestic institutions like Panchayati Raj representing in cultural identity. But historical events led to the formal boundary demarcation of Damine Co affecting the Pargana administration. The survey by John Petty Wood 1832. Damine Co refers to the hilly and forested regions primarily located in present-day Jharkhand. It was established to provide additional area funds that travel population. The formal demarcation of Damine Co occurred due to survey conducted by John Petty Wood 1832. This survey was part in making the boundaries of the region, ensuring administrative separation and protection of some. The survey aims to establish a permanent administrative region to prevent exploitation of the Santhal community by external forces, ensuring their autonomy and cultural preservation. It also laid the groundwork for the related establishment of Santhal program, an important administrative division created for better governance and welfare of the tribal population. The survey report provides detailed insight into the region's geography, population, and socio-economic conditions, which help the British establish a formalized administrative setup. Background of Dominico meanings are skirts of the hills were established to provide land and security to Santhal tribes and marginalized community. The region was created as a response to growing conflict between Santhals and tribal Prince people, ensuring a safe and autonomous zone for Santhals to sustain their traditional way of living. The role of John Petty the John Petty was a British surveyor who conducted comprehensive surveying that harvest vice to demarcate the boundaries of Nico. His survey provided critical data which was used to establish the administrative framework of the region. This survey ensured that the Santhal were recognized as the primary inhabitants of the region, limiting the influence of the outsiders. Similarly, of the Nico, it became a unique administrative and geographical population, protection and autonomy under British rule. The precursor to the formation of Santhal Pargana, separate later in the the policy aimed to preserve the cultural identity. The Santhals and reduce conflict with non-tribal people. Other historical events context was insurrection. This was a tribal rebellion against British policy and exploitation. However, it is unrelated to demarcation of Dominico. Birsa Munda uprising 1895 a tribal revolt led by Birsa Munda against colonial operations occurring long after establishment of Dominico. Quit India movement, a major movement against British rule in 1942 and directly related to the Dominico. Legacy of Dominico, the region continues to be an important symbol of tribal identity and autonomy in modern Jharkhand. The Santhal Pargana is celebrated to be one of the more prominent tribal areas in India. Which are the following stories of organization of the Congress? The first one is on the India Following Land, the first is on Kolkata. The second is the Tabidi. Indian National Congress was 1885. The final of Dada by Nauroji and Bin Saudi Pacha. The first one was by Jani Basant. She was the founder of Banashin University, the first Indian professor of University. First session of science was held at Bombay from 1836 to 1850. The first Muslim person of Bajra Theatre, Session Madras. He was the lawyer of Bombay court. Until the following year, the Market Munda Administration Authority of the Munda was separate from the role of community. The exercise authority for African and separate. Market Munda system, the Munda village admins are the first of the village community land is authority. They have no state settler who clear the forest making political management. System correct at the overlap of the administrative and municipal authority, the Munda at the village level and Market at the para. Also, village level perform both several duties. Organizes protection and security duties as well as the level. Shortage in the market is not primarily used for power instead the authority more than a market based on consensus customers and industry. In the Hotel and Munda tribe, the system is deeply integrated and is heritage structure. It's an actively passed on the regions of the different clans under the village. Mandki Munda region Chotanaka Kulatiu Korean Kolhan West Singhum Jharkhand tribes hope for Munda. Nature tradition travel self-governance system temporary pre-colonial modified and British rule village at Munda. Head of the group village Manki religious authority Pahan. Administrative structure Manki Munda village council. Land system democratic land-based collective ownership. Ownership of land, community or clan. Judicial system customary law council of elders. Seven Munda is a revenue industry intermediaries. Colonial role erosion of communal land area control, social nature regulation, non-feudal role of women relatively high social and cultural status, ritual activities link, strong overlap advantages, ritual cultural community dance ground, festivals, Sarhul, Karam, Mage, strongly backland based, resistant women with some women comparable system papers from Santal Pansiparan, non and Grand Opera Council. In the context of Pola Prajing at Harix, Bati Visha, the following special to the movement, Buddha Bhagat, Jyotu Bhagat, Duar and Madra Mato. Kula Prajing at Harix, the Pola by experiment travel fuel against British colonial and local experience at Chutanapu during 80s Batis. The Prajing was led by the coal tribesmen who revolt against the exploitation discussion caused by British revenue policy and the influx on tribal settlers. Leadership associated with Bhagat, Jugar Bhagat, Madara Mato played a leading role in organizing the coal tribes during the rebellion. These leaders mobilized the tribal community against the oppressive British landlord, moneylenders, and the colonial administration. They are historically recognized for the bravery and leadership during which aims to protect tribal land and culture. Isa Munda and Gamunda Rasita, the Munda rebellion attacking the north of Polarizing. Sibuan Gunwar were leaders of Santala and attachments of the separate operation. Tanavagat and Jatra Rasu Tanavad movement in the elections which focused on tribal land and its rights. Land revenue policy which had separate land owns the influx outside and million land outside. But it's a solution for the tribe communities. All tribes and the night of violence are specific goals. Characteristics of the rebellion, the goal of rising was monopoly restriction of property belongs to land by and the rebel was used to continue to relax to finance forces. The rebellion was eventually suppressed by both Munda rebellion led by Visamunda the rebellion but had no focus on tribal autonomy programs. Santa rebellion led by the Kanamur Vaka Pasman Chapa. Tanabatan Jutara in more present testing for an exploded cities of any hundred the need for land revenue. The Rexy very like Buddha 6 more 1 1818 सुनो Raja Ram Road is famous for gifts to one citizens of the foreign language. Persian. Raja Ram Roy province social reform. From Pandra Param so Egypt is the Prince Form Suno. He wrote the famous book Gift to Money strategy with his idea for the unity of God to and to challenge the practice of Morrison and I also India. The book was written in Persian language. One of the among educated university and administrative in India. Raja Mohan chose Persian for this work because it allowed him to reach over other audience among the both Indian scholars and British. The book also reflects his deep knowledge of Islamic theories and religious communities. Raja Mohan Rai Sultan reforms. Raja Nama is also known as the father of modern India, provided power and social during the 19th century. He was a practitioner like Sati, polygamy, and worship and advocated for women's rights, education, and rational thinking. Rama Sabha, founded by Raja Raman Maharaj, the Baram Sahib encouraged Hinduism by promoting honesty and rejecting rituals and suppression plays a role in the inspired the emergence of several social movements. Personal language in India, person was the official language during the Mughal Empire and continued to widely used during the early personal reflects his understanding of socio-political dynamics and plays of Raja Raman Raja is laid the foundation for several movements, including the evolution of Satyan rather than model movement. He promotes the education movement and worked to establishing modern education such as Hindu college in Calcutta. His writing and gifts analysis continued to significantly lecture about individual economy, even the panel of individual five and economic line. That's why Samat Kumadi. Who among the following was the president of all Indians in 1920s? Heman Roy. Heman Roy was the president of all Indians in 1920s. Was a significant labor movement during the colonial period. I'm a was of late rally. He was deeply involved in shaping organized labor movement in the area which responded in 1920 and became one of the major organizers for women's rights and better conducting. Ahmed was president of AIT to mark significant phase in the organized sought to align the labor movement in broader political objectives such as independence, social justice. The year 1920 was marked by rising labor unrest and political activity in Ahmed's leadership. AIT was reflected the growing influence of socialist ideas among the working with the AIT also had relation with the international labor organizations and movement. Ahmed wrote recently contributed to strengthen these connections. Ahmed Roy, Pulram Maham, Manivendran after he was a prominent Indian revolutionary. For his foreign philosophy, he regarded one of the pioneers of the modern movement and funded the country starting in 90 and becoming one international movement including the Comtam. He later developed philosophy of radical feminism, emphasizing parliament and dignity over rigid ideology. All India Trade Union Congress, by 1920 Mumbai, the aim of representing our labor across India. It was one of the earliest organizations that advocated for the rights of workers and played a significant role in the movement. Many prominent leaders, including Lala Lajpat Rai and Rose, were associated with the ITF. Jayaprakash Nehru was a prominent leader in India, but he was not associated with the Indian movement. Yes, it was one of the role of additional self-reliance and solo where there is corporate American the labor market of the United States with the science was working with honestly the distributed to the one the was recovered.